All right, maybe let's do Gladiator since that forces us to do some flavor of melee. Forces me to fail. Not good for a like knife build as such. Given we want at least 3 different weapon types, probably 4. So, yeah, precise. Certainly can. If my goal is just to win, I take spear. But we've also got the goal to experiment. So let's maybe try a thief dagger start. Sure, we'll give it a try. So yeah, Gladiator. They want a variety of different melee weapons. They can't get ranged weapons at all. Start with a little extra melee damage. Get extra attack speed for different weapons they have, but start at an attack speed deficit. So you aren't actively punished for having a variety of weapons, but you are rewarded for having the same weapons. I mean, you aren't actively punished for having the same weapons, but you are rewarded for having variety. And then a whopping -30 luck. Alright, let's give that a try or 3. D7, we got 2 materials from that. So like... luck? Probably. I mean, if harvesting was there, I take it, but I'm not rolling for it. I don't think. Alright, I guess I'm taking both of these. And we've got a claw. How do I feel about... okay, we've already got 4 weapons with 3 different types. Cake's just broadly good value. Cool. Not really motherboards, like a lot harder to sell me on an FPS experience. Just don't enjoy that kind of gameplay nearly as much as other types of games. Like, there's a reason we haven't played Tower of Guns or any of those at this point. I can potentially justify the crit here. I've definitely enjoyed FPS games, more in the past. Like, I was the worst player on the best modded Tribes 2 team. And, you know, I played a decent amount of Team Fortress 2, Overwatch 1, things like that. I really enjoy Cloud Built. I guess it's third person, but like to me they translate very similarly. But a lot of people make a much bigger distinction between those two than I do. But like 3D is the factor more so than first person versus third person for me. I guess we take the crit. I guess we have higher crit chance with the spread, so I probably don't want to merge Thief Daggers yet. But yeah, Cloud Belt I just really enjoyed. That parkoury experience was lovely, and it had a cool visual aesthetic and good music as well. I am interested in Neon White as far as other 3D experiences that I have not played. But like that's like the only one. Like what other newer-ish 3D experiences do I have any interest in other than like revisiting Cloud Belt? This is level 3 and we've got negative 25 luck. I guess I just take the crit, and then I take 5 harvesting or 2 armor. Depends how... I guess it's just 5 harvesting. Is it though? So, how long does, like, 5 harvesting takes a long time to get me to the value of 2 armor, to be honest. Because it's not like armor does very much for me right now, but neither does harvesting. So by the time I benefit enough from harvesting to matter, I'd like to just have the 2 armor. So I should take the 2 armor. They were offered wheelbarrow. I guess we're taking a wheelbarrow now. Amazing. Simply amazing. Hello, Larito. How do I feel about a Ghost Axe? How do I feel about a propeller hat? I think the tiny, like, the reroll is worth 3 as a baseline due to inflation. But we have a little bit higher odds of finding the same type of weapon, but they're more likely to be white slightly than blue later. It's basically a wash, is kind of what I'm saying, I guess. I don't have a lot of trouble killing trees. And we're kind of I mean, I do still want the crate, right? Or the bag, rather. Given we're at negative 25 luck, I'm not sure I even want the bag, but I probably still want the bag. Lumberjack shirt's kind of in that same realm where it's like, marginal. I'm not taking the lumberjack shirt. We'll take the bag, though. Okay. That was me testing if I could just barrel forth into them without caring at all. have to care at least a little bit. Now, one wave later, but 8 harvesting instead of 2 armor. 6 HP, 10 attack speed, all good. You can kind of justify everything on offer here. Bumps us up to adding +2 to harvesting each level instead of +1. Probably want to value range. Get a value range. Ow. We need luck so we could find a circular song. The minus 25 luck definitely screws with my expected valuation here. I guess I maybe just take the 2 melee damage. Like, I'm allowed to take attack speed, luck, or armor here. I don't like taking any of them. We got an S word. It's not precise, but we probably take an S word, right? It is 20%, basically we lose 3% crit chance, but we gain 20% attack speed. It's a pretty good trade-off. Hey, Rodney Fong. Tree. Do I want another Thief Dagger to try to stack it up further? We had a Cactus Club run, so you weren't here. It wasn't today. Like, I'm assuming I'm buying fertilizer, but like, yeah, we're still buying fertilizer. Just considering if I'm getting this Thief Dagger or not. Oh, probably. We now have half of a sweeping weapon to go with all of our stabby weapons. Good way. Hey there, friend. Digital Alien, I continue to be completely unsure about. It's at least cheap, so I'd probably want to take it. Poiples. I mean, I was leaning towards not caring about speed, but, like, if we've got 9% speed here, with negative 20 luck on level 8, I'm taking it, right? Like... Baby elephant? What's our damage is looking like, by the way? Yeep. Average and barely worth it. How do I feel about a bee? Possibly okay about a bee? Yeah, we probably want to be positive dodge, so... Nope, down here. Yeah. Got enough damage with the crit numbers. I could maybe justify hatching eggs intentionally, but if I'm unsure, I just want to pop the eggs, I think. The bonus to keeping them around is not very high. And the downside is you might lose the run. So, you know. Yeah, it wasn't that hard to take one out, but still a little annoying. Could have been bad with some early on, I think. I mean, I assume I'm gonna want some HP regen just because we don't want lifesteal or consumables. Like, we probably want one of the 3 sources of sustain. I mean, tentacles are an option, but we have to find them. So I guess I'm okay just taking HP regen here. Take the pack. We had an elite on 11. Claw doing work with that attack speed scaling. This is only wave 7. Yeah, the crit damage actually varies quite a bit. Like SMGs have only times 1.5 crit damage, for example. Scissors, despite being a precise weapon, only have times 2. That's the area that I think Scissors should be buffed in. But a knife actually scales up to times 4 at a red tier knife. Claw has the most uneven scaling is all after this patch. I mean, crit chance is a small amount of additional money. Melee damage is certainly the most impactful for killing things that we might have trouble killing otherwise. I'm gonna greet it a little bit with that, I think. Feels a little weird, but it's okay. Interesting. How much of this do we want? Think I blocked the alien baby? Partially because it's like harder to find stuff like purples with this character. Go like 4% dodge. That's our second crit since we picked up the sack. We will take another. Interesting. Like, it's purple, but it's like less damage than this is. And then there's also armor. So as long as I like find a mastery in the next like 2 shops or so, triceps is good. I guess. I'm not at all confident in that, though. Huh. Interesting. Yo-ho and shout-out. Definitely a weird spot. Cause like I kinda wanna ditch the scissors for sword, because scissors are just really bad, but I might be underestimating the value of just the little bit of lifesteal they're given. Like, we'd like to have a circular saw, that'd be great. But we actually have a chance of getting a purple blade if we, or a red blade if we take both swords rather than like just replace the sword. So I think I'm gonna ditch the scissors. Swords have been performing quite well so far. Guess I'm gonna go mushroom. Yeah, that's there's a few different ways it could work, but the way that I expect it to work, Arrows, like, you probably know more than I do, but, like, would just be to have the entire pool of every applicable tag, and that's just a single copy of each item in that pool. I can see it doubling up or doing something fancy like that, though. But I'm guessing having the medical tag slightly decreases my odds of finding the circular saw, because it adds the med gun to the set, and more well, scissors are already going to be there, but it adds the med gun to the set. I mean, I'm also looking at this claw, because claw is great for us, but how are we holding up? Like, I'm kind of trying to balance, like, a little bit of trying to run through aggressively and see how that fares. We still get hit if we do that, is what I'm seeing. We don't necessarily get hit a lot, but we do get hit. Good wave. Last chance for harvesting. It's not that I want harvesting here, it's just that, like, these are my options, and we have 2 level ups, so rerolling is comparatively more expensive. Yeah, I mean, Ghost would be happy to throw an Excalibur onto their build, sure. It's like, oh boy, I went from taking 87% more damage to 88.5% more damage. think it's close. Like, I want to roll, but with the negative luck and the fact we've got another level up in the docket here, paying for the roll feels pretty expensive. Okay, 2 armor is good. We're already at... Yeah, because we took the aliens, we're at 40 plus HP, so armor is pretty good here. And there's Fairy. Fantastic. Certainly did actually have Fairy in mind when I took some of the marginal tier 1 grabs. Not like it's a primary consideration, to be clear, but... I don't respect Torch, do I? No. Take Beanie since it's also HP regen now. Take another coupon. Mastery shows its face, and another claw. Great, great, great shot. And like the minus HP regen is not ideal, but like it's attack speed, crit, and range. Like it's just fantastic. We can even buy all of them right now. Cool, cool, cool. What was our damage last wave, by the way? Purple Sword did lower damage because we didn't need the higher damage there, and it was ended up in a worse position. Like, I don't know how long the Thief Daggers are for this world, but I don't know if I'm... Like, I keep considering... Like, we were offered it... Now that we've been offered 2, I wish I had taken it, but... Because I considered replacing the blue Thief Dagger with a white knife. Tunic's not always good. Like, there's definitely builds that don't care very much about the range or the crit chance. And the minus HP can be a real downside at times. So... I think I... Let's see. Yeah, because, like, knife is better damage than... Like, even the white knife is slightly better damage than the blue thief dagger, given the crit. But, like, if we could maybe upgrade it. Although, like, it's not like getting to a red thief dagger is that exciting, right? Like, it just, you know, goes up to, whatever, 70 or 75% chance to gain materials and gets us nothing else special, I think. Well, let's take a look. Modest base damage, but... Oh, it does go up to 80%, at least. It's always hard to tell with some economy things like this, how much they should be improved or not. Yeah, its base crit goes up a good chunk, too. It's faster than that? Oh, the red actually does scale up faster, that's funny. Because it's exactly the same as knife otherwise there, on the attack speed. Cute. I was loosely pondering if this scaling should be higher, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, as long as we are killing enemies, but and not missing out from having too little damage, because the damage on Thief Daggers is garbage, then the materials gained is worthwhile. But if you're killing fewer enemies and gaining materials, you're kind of breaking even to be more dangerous and still have a worse weapon late game, you know? So it's a bit of a weird one. Can I put this knife in my pocket? Just buy it, put it in my pocket for later. Because I would really like a red knife for the elites. Like, given we've got all elites, I think I want to try to get the knife up rather than the thief dagger up. Definitely a bit torn. We'll lock it. See if we change our mind in 5 seconds. Run right at you. Okay, still a bit dangerous. We don't attack quite fast enough, I think, to do the run right at the masses. Gotta get in some of those slower sword swings and stuff. 6 melee damage. Okay, now is the time. Oh, good timing. Look at that. Paid off for our luck. Love that. Love that. You blame the swords for doing the most damage? Is that what you're blaming them for? Oh, yeah, we've got data on this. Let's take a look, actually. Okay, so going from 4 to 6 armor on Wave 11 Elite. What does that look like for us? So we're at 4. We're at 21% reduction, goes up to 29% reduction, so we're getting a like 11.5% effective HP increase. So a pretty average armor ups there. Not bad though. Definitely has an impact. We'd probably just buy it anyway, even if it wasn't that good. But it's nice to know that it matters right now. Stick. Hand. It is a little interesting. On the border, on the shady potion. I think I barely like it. We still only have 4% dodge from our first peaceful beam. So yeah, I'm also looking at the Cyclops Worm and obviously the purple knife here. I don't think I want the B. I don't know, it's close. Maybe I want the B. Maybe I'm locked for it, actually. The Cyclops Worm depends a lot on how much I value the range. Although even if I value the range normally, it's still a fine buy, actually. So it's only if I value the range more than baseline that I don't want the worm. So I probably want the worm. How likely are we to get our dodge zoom into a reasonable amount? Likely enough that I'm gonna probably take the 4% dodge here. Oh, got hit by a pursuer there. That's not ideal. But took that out in 20 seconds. Pretty good, pretty good. Still got little time to hunt that goober down. Okay, there we go. Loot goblin popped. Good wave, good wave. Like, I'm not buying this for full price, but for 49, this is probably good. Like, it's a little weird since now I can't tank lifesteal, but... like, it's mostly just cheap damage. And it, you know, prevents me from buying Triangle of Power, which I don't know if we wanted on this build anyway. We don't have enough dodge. HP's probably fine. Armor's in a decent spot. Like, dodge is probably what I want the most from this level up, but HP's good. Oh yeah, that's true. It is -2 HP regen as well. How sad. What does a crown look like? This is what HP regen and 4% damage. Okay, so we've got a $125 crown. We've got 67 harvesting. We have 11. I haven't really looked at crown math much. Let's just assume that's a decent idea and hope it is. Knife! Glorious, glorious. So, by the way, against the Elite Wave, we did 3k on Blue Knife, 3.2, 4.5 on the Purple Knife, 6 on the Red Thief Dagger. Okay. Like, we still got a little ways to go on the crit chance, but, like, even so, like, I was not at all confident this would out damage the purple knife. The claws at 5k. The claw actually out damaged the purple knife. Like, I'd expect that in a normal wave because of all the free attack speed scaling we got, but on the elite wave I was thinking the 3.5 times crit would be enough there. 5k and 6.5k on the swords, by the way. You got a crowd document. Do we get the claw? I guess we do. Yeah, get the red knife and the claw. Seems pretty good to me. 241 materials in this thief dagger at this point. Like, maybe the attack speed is worth it. Like, scissors is just such a worse weapon. And taking it makes it a lot harder to max out stuff like claw and blade. So yeah, we got the we have 11. Where we got our crown. I've not looked at this before. With item is with crown? I'm guessing. Yeah. Initial harvesting was higher than this. I'd have to copy it, but this gives some idea. Oh, but it's based on 7. I would have to copy this. I guess that's fine. I'll make a copy. And it was about 126, and we had 67. So I mean, this looks like it's not worth it, but over here, I guess they just mean different things than I think they mean. Like, this can't... Oh, this is the total, supposedly. So it only breaks even on wave 17. And with opportunity cost on 18 or 19. Okay. So that does actually fit my instinct in that it was kind of overvalued and not that great, but it's probably fine. Like, it's probably a bad die. It's definitely a bad buy if we die on wave 14 or 15. And then it's like kind of a wash if we die on 18. It's actually, no, it's still a bad buy if we die on 18, because it's still net negative value by that point in practice. So it's only positive for 19 and 20. Given the opportunity cost. I don't think we're taking the Channel Alien. We've already got one, so we don't even get the little bit of HP regen off of it. Okay. sewers kind of just explode, which is neat. Got enough armor that those jerks only did 10 to me there. I would love to see a lifesteal tracked. Like, I feel like that shouldn't actually be a very hard mod to make as a lifesteal tracker. Okay, HP's what's on offer, so we will take it. I would like more dodge, but 6 dodge might have to do. Otherwise, this is 4% damage. That's still pretty weak. Probably happy to chill at 20% speed. That's probably just where we want to end up, I think. There's some value in the range. Our damage output is high enough that I don't know that we necessarily need more range. I would like more attack speed. I'd like more crit, but I think what we're on offer here, we take the dodge. Hey, look, it's more crit. Don't think we're taking med turret or another shady. Nah. Excellent. Still don't really value snail. Like, the number isn't as clean, but it feels like it should be about -7% enemy speed. To me. Given that you're still, you know, paying a modest sum for it, and it's hurting your speed at the same time. Gecko is not regen. We have 2 geckos, in fact. Yeah, I don't know. What are other people's thoughts on snail? Like, it just feels like 5% enemy speed's pretty minor. I mean, it's not like 7%'s that much more, but like, it's a decent chunk more. Yeah, it's per different tier 1 item you have. Tentacle's fantastic. Little frogs, like the second worst item in the game. Huh. How do we feel about Octopus? This is 12 HP, 3 HP regen, 3% lifesteal, 6% damage, -8 crit. It's kind of bad, right? So we heal another, say like half an HP a second. And 12 HP is a lot. It's right on the borderline. We get a net of about +4 level ups of value. I think our survivability is good enough that I don't want to take the negative crit here. Although that said, we're getting a ton more crit right now, but... in fact, we're overcapped on the knife. Still good for everything else, though. It's interesting. So it's probably easy enough. I maybe should have taken sunglasses first. We not. It's so minor that we got like an extra, what, like 3 or 4 materials from the thief dagger. I wanted the higher dodge for a little more survivability here. Although the minus range might hurt that too. Anyway. It's definitely close. Especially since our damage is still pretty good. Like, we just got a lot of crit and picked up another mastery, and we've redded some items. We have another wave. It's interesting. Leaning towards taking it. If our dodge and armor were a little higher, I'd be more excited about it. It would mean we're pretty covered on our HP and just need to kind of focus on armor and dodge from level ups mostly. Gonna take it. Clear is pretty good. Like, I'm actually trying to take a little damage there to kind of judge how fast we can heal back up. Okay, not particularly fast. A little bit faster with an octopus. It's still decent sustain. What was our sax at, by the way? Only up to 90? Okay, I was kind of trying to judge that because our luck so much lower than I'm used to it being. So the first one hit 45 at like wave 10 or so. The second one only cost 8. Reasonable. Okay. I mean, I probably want like a different type of weapon, right? Like we'd want a circular saw. I mean, I could take a spear. Spear would be fine. Like, I don't think blue claw's it. Greetings, rule. Rock's certainly not it. Clearly need to be more aggressive so you die on an earlier wave from greeting too hard instead. That would solve the dying on wave 17 problem. Yeah, already at 34. We've got squirrely jerks spawning on their own, even without the summoners. He should be taking a bit of a hit there. Okay, time left in wave is pretty low though. Okay. Buy this because it's 32, right? Because it's minus 4% damage. There's no need to cheat and shit for in this game. There's accessibility options. Cheating is still useful for testing, of course. I mean, filling your pockets with the same weapon 6 times is broadly good, in my opinion. Like, I think that's actually a good default plan on good weapons, anyway. Like, 6 spears sounds great. 6 SMGs is pretty great, although I'd like to toss in like 1 shoddy or something, but... Anyway, yeah, the attack speed and range are enough value for 32 there to eat the minus. 6 sticks, absolutely. Yep. I think most commonly 2 weapon types are like a good spot to be in. I don't know, it's hard to say. But like more than 2 can make it difficult to upgrade all of the weapons you want to upgrade to red and whatever. So I'm staring at this 10% attack speed. I should probably reroll for armor and dodge, right? Or red melee damage, I guess. Certainly in another timeline we're taking that plant here. It's 4 HP regen, but it's minus 1 lifesteal and minus 2% damage, so I don't think I want it. It's actually still a little close. Alloy is real bad when we want the dodge. Purple Jousting Lance. Is that anything? I don't know. Maybe. It's kind of something. Do we have a onion? Do not. I still don't know if we want the onion, but it's close. We're reasonably incentivized to want to keep moving. We get extra 20% attack speed from having a different item, but we do lose... I mean, we're going to be losing that anyway, kind of. But we could say we're netting 10% attack speed and value. Oh, and we get the 3% dodge back, actually. We get it from the medieval instead, so... Yeah. We lose 3% crit, gain 20% attack speed, gain 4% speed. Have a weapon that actually has range, but low attack rate. It's definitely interesting. It's not like unhappy about crits. It's probably good enough. Okay, now we have a weapon that scales with speed. And we want to keep moving. And it's 1 HP region. Sure. Muscles. Ritual. 10% damage. Even with the Bloody Hand, this is not too great for me, just because the value of lifesteal is so much lower than usual. It's probably still good enough to take, though. Yeah, Anvil would be nice, even with the minus HP regen. Wisdom is a trash item. Yeah, I looked at the math on Wisdom, it's actually worse than I thought it was. I think Wisdom's very bad in its current state. Do endless waves ever go over 60 seconds? I'm curious how useful Wisdom is on endless. We don't want a garden, do we? I don't think so. Pretty clean. We did get the healing crate a little sooner than I would have liked to have that on the ground for safety in the second half of the wave here, but should be in pretty good shape. Mostly run into enemies and be fine. Yeah, we healed all the way back up already. Oh god. I say as I almost kill myself by running into a pack. Do still have to care a little bit here. Okay, okay. Can't be quite that bold. Greetings, Misty Ice Drops. Welcome to the stream. So it's if you just look at the cost you're getting for the average damage increase you have over the wave. So even if you're not valuing damage earlier higher, which it is, damage earlier is higher, is more valuable. But even if you're not making that valuation, then the average damage you get from Wisdom over the course of the wave is like passable. It's just not very good. Like it's already like expensive for the item if you count the entire wave equally for the item's cost. So, like, if you got it from a crate, it would still be pretty good value most of the time, I guess, if, depending on how much you value early wave damage higher. Which I value it decently higher, but it's hard to say. Because, like, it depends on the wave a bit. Like, wave 14, like, the end of the wave is the scariest part. Although, if you have better early damage, then that might help the end of the wave be less scary too, so it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, kind of toward, yeah, reasonable. Like you can see me kind of going back and forth on that a little bit too, but I think overall, early part of the wave is more valuable, and if they're equally valuable, then Wisdom is not very cost effective. And if early wave is more valuable, then Wisdom is really bad. Cheers, Misty. Appreciate the Prime support. If only every time I tried to give a thoughtful answer to something, people paid me for it. Mixing it, Misty. Yeah, Ricochet, obviously terrible. Armor and dodge is still what we want. But I guess we get attack speed instead. Fine. Fine, whatever. We're level 19. This is like a third of a level, and 3 melee damage, and minus 8 life. It's pretty bad. It's not terrible, but it's pretty bad. No piggy bank, so no... Like, I could just sit on money. This is a super easy wave. But, yeah, let's just go and grab that. Probably not on recycling machine. I think silver bullets still helpful. Why wouldn't do like it? Mean like being able to kill the elite and bosses 25% faster because it is multiplicative, unlike almost everything else in this game. Is good survivability. Like our damage is quite good, so just kind of locking in the ability to dunk out the bosses at the end seems like my best bet, especially since I'm not finding dodge and armor here. Like, I would rather have dodge and armor, but, like, the silver bullet's right there, right? Whoa, almost double damage on purple sword versus blue now. That is surpassing at this point. That's kind of coincidence, though. Just like when the purple did less than blue. Like, that's not almost twice as good. You can see the stats. Like, I mean, the cooldown is quite a bit lower, so that does matter, but... 6,000 on the red dagger. That is now falling off as expected. 9,000 on that, 9,000 on that, 9,000 on that. Okay. Cool, cool. I don't think I bother with recycling machine now. Like, we're at -8 luck. It is still wave 16, and we find more crates at the end of the game, so it is still close. But, we're in the somewhat rare build that is excited about... Well, excited is a bit strong. Reasonably happy to obtain both lifesteal and HP regen. And this came just late enough that the negative harvesting is probably still fine. Like, that's still not even great. Like, it's just not that strong of an item in general, the Blood Leech, even after its buff. Now, Spiky Shield. How do we feel about you? And I'd love to have you and a red sword, but we have not been given our additional blue S-word yet. Interesting. Does that little damage? I mean, unsurprising after all. We do only have 4 armor. Yeah, we don't want that. So the melee damage is worth like 60. Our dodge is at 22. Yeah, riposte is pretty bad. Not enough damage. %8 damage. I might actually not want the minus knockback here. Yeah, I think that actually hurts my ability to dive into waves of enemies a lot. So I think that's enough downside. We don't want the knockback. Because it drops like the little token knockback on all of these to 0 and these to almost 0, and that does actually matter. when our range is this low and we want to be able to kind of base tank into enemies here. So I guess that's that. But that's okay. It's a nice easy peasy wave. I don't believe I have ever died on wave 16, which is more than I can say for wave 1. And certainly died wave 2 because Fisherman exists. In all of my proposed balance stuff, I do propose buffing these helmet aliens. They're it seems like they should have more HP. It would just make sense for their design of a slow-moving enemy that is basically ignorable otherwise. And it would occasionally make this wave a little bit more threatening. We probably still don't take this at 18. Yeah, our melee damage is already 35. Crit's just more valuable now. Okay, level 20. Let's find armor or dodge, right? Got plenty of speed. 5 steel's pretty whatever. Like, it's damage, but... range is also interesting. Dodge it is. Crit would have been okay there too. Do I already have a mushroom? I think I do. I do. Well, it varies by my weapon, so I wouldn't do. Like, on the red knife, we can only take 3% more crit, so we're capped at 50, but everything else is lower by a good ways. 60% on the thief dagger, 97% on the swords. Now, do we want more knockback? It is a 1 regen, which is still pretty minor. I guess I'll take the tree because it's 1 regen as well. Sure. Part of it is that these are on offer right now. Like, it's not that they're great buys, but with the extra regen, they're just good enough buys considering, like, rerolls are going to be a big part of our money expenditure. Alien Eyes is not impressive here, but it's fine. It's fine. One more roll. Swords don't exist. Wave 17 is kind of a slightly harder version of Wave 16, I would generally say. It's more varied, but you have a decent amount of the same sort of setup, like buffers, buffing kind of slow-moving enemies. But in this case, it's the mummies instead of the helmeted aliens there. But you get a couple of those jerks that fly around and spit projectiles as well. Makes it a bit of a harder wave, but I still generally consider 17 a pretty easy wave. Okay, okay. That was kind of me testing if the little bit of knockback was enough to kind of magically make that free, and it was not, in fact. More dangerous than I expected. Okay, no dodge. 100, almost 200 HP recovered from the tentacle already, by the way. This is HP regen. Like, now I also want to collect the whole set just for funsies. What's this actually at right now? Plus 12? Oh, we do already have a head injury. Okay. That is the wrong jousting lance game. Fine. Fine. I mean, like, this purple sword is rocking it right now. Fancy bird. I will, in fact, pass on the fancy bird. Is engineering so valuable that I take duct tape? Or excuse me, armor. I think our armor is so low that I take this. It is at least 1 HP regen also. Turret's still not worth. Full price banner's not worth. Barricade's almost a consideration, but not with a jousting lance especially. And even without it, I'd probably still turning it down, but I could pretend. How about a tomat? Oh, we're not getting 2 levels out of the peacock. I mean, I guess you're saying max, like it could round up to 2. I think it's, let's see, we're at 21 with no XP out. I think the peacock's expected level increase is like 0.8 or something at that point. It is not, I'm afraid, Roll. This is from Chimera, Destroy All Monster Girls. A very good free game that I recommend for platform enjoyers. I think I actually heal up 40 HP slow enough. I do not want the sad tomato. It's close. Like, you see 20% lifesteal and you think I should be able to heal that up right away, but we've got to be up close and personal, so like going up face to face with the elites or bosses, like at 40 HP, we'll be encountering them at like 50, and I don't think we're gonna, like, if we get hit at that point, then we're not outpacing this. Your anti-Toho trumpet roll. Our first coffee. Fist is kind of interesting. Its crit is terrible though. Yeah, it's not. Look at that. And shut it. Deep cut. Is it one more reroll? It's just very expensive. Thunder Sword. Thunder Sword? We have no elemental, so it's interestingly still close, but I don't think we're picking it up. Roll, I can see that, I guess. We're pretty strong. I am trying to keep moving since we do lose damage by not moving, but it's not like that much damage, so I could certainly stop if it seems advantageous to do so. Robot arm! We have found our armor. I mean, it does come with relevant downsides, but not for $60. It doesn't come with relevant downsides. Shackles. Yeah, sure. We've got enough speed. There's some more dodge. Mammoth. Aight. Clearly what we need is more damage. Shackles is the unsad tomato, yeah. We found a sword! We found it! It does exist. It's like 12 and 7 on our swords. Like, I guess the purple sword's just stealing some kills from the blue sword, right? Like, the damage shouldn't be that much different on them, so it's kind of interesting. 12k on the knife, 14k on the claw, 14k on the jousting lance. Look at that! On our kind of critty build with fairly average speed, jousting lance still pulling in the numbers with its range. Neat. Thief dagger's not it. Like, riposte is fine, but let's look for another weapon, mostly. Or, you know, some dodge. Or just don't spin anything and still win, and it's fine. Like, that's also acceptable. Pretty, smooth spot, I would say. Seems like it's fairly hard to lose this. Took a nice 20 damage hit from the horned bruiser there. Hello, ZZ2. We even picked up most of the money on the ground. Oh, we got another tentacle. Fantastic. Hello? Come on, 2 armor is good enough. Okay. Like, just give me a defensive stat of some flavor in a decent quantity. That's all I'm looking for. I don't think Thief Dagger's it. Cyclops Worm is fine. Kills the boss a little bit faster. Kind of just looking for another takeable weapon and combining the swords, but not really seeing one. Alright, so I'm gonna lock that on, okay, hammer. Do you want a hammer? With its lower crit scaling. Can't even buy the broken mouth if I buy the hammer. But I kind of want a red sword. I don't know that it's good. Hammer is quite bad, though. We get 20% attack speed and lose 3% dodge and 2% damage and 1 lifesteal and 1 melee damage. It's funny, the ripples there. I guess we just stick with the 2 swords. There's no particular reason we need a red sword. I just kind of wanted one. Okay. We can get a hand. Wait, new plan. Do we want the hand? Okay. Clearly that's our build, our 67 damage hand here. 250-ish indeed, Y12. Has a lower cooldown though. Right, let's hopefully not perish for my hubris. Oh, ring's actually a bit of a problem. Oh god. Don't love it, but we're okay. Because we did so much damage that we, like, kind of accidentally, dunked that elite before, the other one, so it made it harder for them. Alright, important thing to check first. Hand did 3,000 damage. Okay, good work, Hand. You did it, 3,000. That's, kind of a real number. I mean, that's probably more than, Alien Eyes did that way. Sword did 14k. Jousting only did 7k in that way, and that makes sense. 14 on that, 17 on that. Still 10 on the Thief Dagger. Okay. Holding its own. 570 total materials on all of our Thief Daggers over the run. We didn't almost die, why would do? We got to like 40% health. We could have still taken like 2 more hits safely. Coupons at 500. Tentacles at 281, so they got like, what, 20 that wave or something because it's so quick. Cool, cool, cool. Gladiator in the bank.